Well, I must be quite the ballsy person to think about streaming during the Runaway Guys' fourth Coliseum. But you know what? We're still going to go for it anyway, so I say, why the hell not? But yes, with that said, folks, it is time for us to play what is quite possibly the best Phantasy Star game in the series. The long, long struggle of ancient times finally ended. The victors sacrificed the vanquished to the heavens. Four bells have been tolled, four torches were lit, and the world continued for thousands of years. So yeah, in case you couldn't tell, after 1,000 years, that's a millennium. So it's time for yet another end of the millennium. Also, how's it going, Pan? And yeah, just a brief look at all the characters that we will be playing throughout this game. The Algo system, or solar system rather, somewhere in space. This may all be happening right now. Once a brilliant civilization flourished here. The citizens devoted themselves to art and the sciences, and life was prosperous and good. But then a series of disasters was struck. The system-wide management system known as Mother Brain was destroyed. Yes, that was back in 2. So was the first planet, Parma. Over 90% of the system's population died, and the advanced technological culture was lost. That was in 1. Society declined, spiraling downward, until at last a few scattered groups even remembered there once were better times. 1,000 years have passed since then. At long last, civilization is once more on the rise across the Algo system. People are turning to to thoughts of an easier life. Old civilization is being discovered. Music loops have restarted. But just as things started to look good, weird shit happened. I didn't get to see that last bit because I didn't think it would restart there. But with that said, let's actually get this game officially started. Chaz, we have work to do. Hurry up and get ready. This is your first job since you've joined the Hunters Guild. You better put your heart into it. So, I'm not a trainee anymore? From this day on, you shall be my full-fledged partner. Now come on, let's go. And this is all automated. We don't really get to do much of anything until the first few minutes into this. So where are we off to this time? It's a bit far. We're going to the Motavian Academy, down in the town of Piata. Wow, so we're really going to the Town of Learning. Town of Learning. It's almost as if the game is starting. Nah, that's just a myth of sorts. I wonder what's happened there. Who knows? All the Met just said was, just come. We'll get to the details once we get there. And is it going to... Okay. No, they actually thought about that. I was going to say, am I going to phase right through the people there? They thought about that. Good on you, game. Good on you, Sega. Well, since we're going to be there anyway, I would really like a tour of the Academy. Is that all you can think about right now? Get moving or else I'm leaving you behind. And now we get our Final Fantasy-esque intro here. AW 2284. Monster attacks have swelled the ranks of those who call themselves hunters. But as the attacks become ever... Okay, so it is automatic. More frequent and powerful, an elite few begin to wonder what is behind this outbreak, and when, and how will it all end? beautiful intro. Oops, I wandered around and now I got separated from Elise. I've got to find her. Gee, I wonder where Elise is. Maybe I should talk to this person. Are you Elise? Are you a hunter? Are you here to exterminate the monsters? Somehow I don't think that was Elise. Let's mumble for a bit. I wonder where Elise is. For those who don't know, mumble is basically the talk function where if you're not really sure what to do or where to go, the mumble feature pretty much tells you, have you checked this area out? Have you spoke to this person? You should probably go do that. And for someone who never had a strategy guide playing this game growing up as a kid, it was immensely helpful. But yeah, let's talk to some of these people first. About a month ago, monsters began to appear in the basement. I'm so frightened. I can't even think about my research. And what about you? You're the hunter commissioned by the principal? A kid like you? I know, can you believe it? They let a kid into a battlefield. What is this? Some random Japanese anime that talks about war like the Gundam series? Oh wait, it did start with a AW2248. Maybe this is a Gundam series, and we just never noticed it until now. Are you going to be able to handle it? We'll see. Chaz, where have you been? In the same room, wandering around aimlessly? Come on, let's go. But no buts. We have to see the principal and get to the details about this commission. And of course, yes, now it becomes talk. We better see the principal and get more details. So then he's the one who requested the commission. I wonder where he is. Maybe this big room in here? Well, yeah, that'd be the case. Welcome. I'm the principal of this academy. Let's see. You must be Elise the hunter. And you are her assistant, Chaz. Forgive me, but Chaz is not just an assistant. He's a full-fledged partner of mine. Now then, let's get down to brass tacks. Why don't you describe the situation for me right now? You see, about a month ago, mysterious monsters started to appear within this academy. It appears that they have made the basement of this building their headquarters. Ever since then, I've closed it off. I mean, when you think about it, when it looks like a nutsack of mother brain, yeah, you want to close it down anyway. So far, no one's been hurt. But who knows when they'll appear again? Please, I beg of you to destroy all of those creatures. Also, I'd like to settle this matter as discreetly as possible. Now, I'm counting on your reputation for this, Elise. No problem. You can rely on us. Although, it is quite strange that those monsters suddenly appeared within this academy. Usually monsters don't come into inhabited areas. You sure you don't have any idea of exactly how this happened? How would I know? Stop asking questions! Just hurry up and exterminate those monsters! Don't forget that I'm paying you dearly for your services! Whatever. Something smells fishy here. But there isn't any fish in here. Shut up, Chaz. That principal was most definitely hiding something. Well, maybe he's just afraid of the monsters. I think there's more to it than that. Things are starting to get rather interesting here.
We've got to have money.
Thank you for the donation, Bo.
Given what's going on in my life right now, I may not be in chat, but I'll be here in spirit.
Hell yeah, you will be, Bo. Thank you so much for the donation. Alright, let's see what they need to talk about now. Are you saying that there are monsters in this basement of the academy? Sounds like there's something behind all this. if you're looking for the principal's room, it's way in the back. It's almost as if we've already been in that room. But recently, he's been acting quite strangely. I think he's scared of something. Here at the Motavian Academy, we search for the truth of the universe. Do you know how to make plutonium from common household items? If not, then I'm sorry, I gotta give this a 3-star rating poll here. You know, not saying, I'm just saying. This is the largest research facility on the entire planet. What do you think? Isn't it grand? It's so and best. Now, like I said, if you are able to make plutonium from common household items, then this would be a grand academy. Looks like an interesting place, doesn't it, Elise? Really? It doesn't interest me one bit. Yeah, see, Elise is a smart one here. She knows when to cover up random bullshit from actual factoids there. Ooh, this one has 2 people in there. Let's see. Once there were 3 planets in the Algo system, but during the Great Collapse, the planet Parma was forever lost. Now all that's left is Desolus and this planet that remain. Apparently, 1,000 years ago, there were ships that could travel through space. And I can't believe this is canon. But yes, this is a reference to Phantasy Star III. I don't know why it is, but it is a reference to Phantasy Star III. Today, the only thing we can do now is view Desolus through a telescope. Just once I would love to go to Desolus. Yeah, if only we could go to Desolus, but we would need a spaceship in order to get there, and how would we be able to do that? 1, 2, 3, foreshadowing! Sounds like a dream. Traveling to another planet. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Huh? Do I know you? Yikes! What are you doing with such lethal weapons? Get out! How rude. Exactly. You thought we looked familiar. We were just making idle conversation, and then you're threatening us? My God. I'm studying history. This planet has bad problems from the beginning. Presently, we have an abnormal climate, soil depletion, and a decreasing birth rate. It doesn't make sense for a promising future. This guy is far too depressing. We best leave. I agree. Let's leave the king of town to die in peace. Yes, let's! 1,000 years ago, our society was thrown into confusion by the destruction of Mother Brain. Ah, yes. Don't you all remember 1,000 years ago when Mother Brain was defeated by the great bounty hunter Samus Aran? Wait, this is a different company at the time. Why are we referencing that? After that, Motavia sustained a direct hit by a fragment of the exploding planet Parma. Our civilization was almost destroyed. Oh, Jesus Christ, Pan Annie, thank you so much for the bits! That actually caught me off guard there.
It is time to throw the football with my claw.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice the comment there. Thank you so much for the bits. I know. Let me finish this conversation and I'll get right to it. Our civilization was almost destroyed. We call this the Great Collapse. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't students. Okay, let's just bring this up. Stop wasting time, there's nothing here. Except, because of this new incentive, we are doing a crappy pasta reading. So, if I'm going to be doing this, I have to set the right mood. So, let's bring up voice mod. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to get picked up or whatever, but we'll see what we can do. So until it loads up, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. But, yes, while we get it set up, I will let you know that The creepypasta that we will be reading from today is called System Update. No, what we will be doing is Ultima Abyss. I was big into BBS, or the Bulletin Board System, and the rarest scenes back in the late 80s. The internet before the World Wide Web, basically. You know how it goes. I think that's what it was called. What's that? Was it known as the World Wide Web? Okay, it seems like it was. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Call it piracy if you want. That's what it was. And we were just dumb kids looking for free games, swapping downloads on message boards, running phone bills up, and of course swapping and copying our floppy disks. Why do they even call them floppy disks? The ones we had were hard plastic. Ain't that right, Ed? Well, anyway. Now, I played all kinds of games, but my favorites were RPGs, especially Wizardry and Ultima. Okay, one sec. I thought I had a creepy sound that we can use. Yes, here we go. Yeah, let's do this properly, shall we? If it would come up. Or maybe it needs the voice changer on. Yeah, apparently that was the thing that needed to happen. But yes, anyway, it was especially about Wizardry and Ultima. This was about 1989 or so, roughly about a year after Ultima 5 came out. During one of our floppy trading parties, my friend Jeff, who also went by the handle of Flame Charge. No, that was an interjection. He was really known as Lord Camaro. Anyway, Jeff took me aside and pulled out a pile of 7 5.25 floppy disks. Is that even a solid number? Ed! Do we sum that up by a solid number of sorts? Well, while he's figuring that out, let me continue with the story here. All marked with the word Abyss in black marker, which wasn't an uncommon way to label your wares back in the day. He got it from a BDS he called up in Texas. Ultima developer Origin System was based in Texas, so we figured it might be the real deal. It's called Abyss, but I think it might be the prototype for Ultima 6. He went on to explain that I could use the same character from Ultimas 4 and 5, but warned me that it was a very strange take on the Ultima formula. Now that I think about it, I think we might be skipping a few years. I think this is supposed to happen in Ultima 8 Pagan, which if you think about it, that probably would have made this story make far more sense. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. That didn't surprise me, though. Ultimas 4 and 5 had a completely different twists on the previous Ultima games, so something new could be expected. I took the discs home and booted them up on my Commodore 64. Though it begs the question, are you keeping up with the Commodore? Because the Commodore is keeping up with you. And of course, we will continue on with that, but I really should get back into the game. So let's just do that, shall we? My God, I probably scared off all the other people that were expecting nothing but Phantasy Star IV with that point. But yes, we'll keep moving on. For the last year, there have been violent changes in the planet's crusts, as well as an abnormal outbreak of monsters. At this rate, the planet will be doomed. Hey, it's not gonna do us any good just moaning about it. And I believe I have talked to everyone I can, but let's just inspect this. The God of Learning. Dr. Lubetz. A person from 2,000 years ago. Not that I would know of that name. Also, one neat innovation is that ordinarily, if you butt it against a wall, that's all you can do. Just keep butting against the wall with nothing else. But in this game, if you butt against the wall with an edge, you automatically move to the side close to the gap and still be able to move forward, which I find to be a very nice feature. And there is someone who is pacing back and forth, and even if I press and hold up, nothing changes. So that can mean only one thing. We need to have ourselves a conversation in order to move this story forward. What? You're the hunters? Really? You don't think we can do the job? No, not at all. I didn't mean that. Well, since we have the principal's permission, you best let us pass. Wait, take me with you. And why should we? My name is Han. I'm an assistant of this academy. I work for the Professor Holt, who has gone to investigate the Birth Valley for his research. We haven't heard from him since. Why am I giving him this accent of sorts? I don't know, but let us roll with it anyway. So now I am searching for the Professor's whereabouts. Birth Valley? Wait a minute, isn't that the mysterious place that's been called the Sacred Valley of Life? What's the connection between the valley and this current monster scare? After the investigation team, led by the professor, was reported missing, the principal barred everyone from entering Birth Valley. We are trying to get information as to what's going on, but he keeps invading the issue. And then this monster scare begins. I'll bet anything that there is some sort of connection between these incidents. Well, it is true that there is indeed something fishy about the principal's behavior. Given the circumstances, I feel compelled to investigate the basement myself. But, come to think of it, it is a bit dangerous. So, you were just waiting for us to arrive. Well, yes, you'll catch on quick. 100 Meseta. The what? We'll take you with us for 100 Meseta. I truly do hope you weren't thinking of asking us to tag along with you for free. I can't get that kind of money from the principal. Not my problem. So what will it be? Okay, I'll pay. And guess what? Even though it didn't say it, we now have a new party member on our team, Han. So let's engage a conversation, shall we? Both the principal and Han have asked us to inspect the basement. Are you sure you're not just trying to take my money? Hey, you've already paid, so don't cry over spilled milk. I wonder if it will be okay with these people. Actually, is that... Oh! I did not even notice that. Yes, we started the game with 500 Mesetas, and now we actually got paid the extra 100. So, there you go. We now have 600 to start the game with. Let's move forward. And... Hello, Nutsack. Bye, Nutsack. You're lucky that we have chests to inspect here. We opened up a chest and got Monomate, and of course, as you'd expect from the previous Phantasy Star games up until now, with the exception of one for obvious reasons, all the healing items are pretty much the same, and we get to go against our first enemy, the Sanaflagu. Don't really understand what it is, but yeah, let's just shorten it Mother Brain Nutsack, because let's be real here, that's all it really is. And of course, there's, I want to say, basically, set command option here, where really the only thing that's set is everyone does a full attack. Or if you want to set up separate attacks, you could do that as well. And I think if you select a different... No. I think it has to be set up outside of battle. Granted, it has been a while since I played this game, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But let's spread out the damage for this one. And it actually worked out quite well. 6 experience and 4... And next up, the true nutsack enemy, Zoran Bolt. Yeah, I think it's a Zoran Bolt. But in this case, let's just do standard attack. And ooh, got attack for 8 damage. Man, that's harsh. But at least, thankfully, Chaz was able to get that attack in, and yeah, you can already tell there's a difference in strength at this point. In fact, if I were to check the status, let's see, Chaz and Han are at level 1, while Alyssa's at 7. Yeah, I think her stats are a bit stacked in her favor. In fact, if we were to do the status for them, we can look up. She's currently age... Though, to be fair, she is a lady. It'd be rather impolite of us to ask what her name is. Spoiler, for later on in the game, there's a good reason for why that's the case. But yeah, she does have a few abilities and they separated this from battle and camp, where camp is basically what you can do outside of battle, and battle, obviously, for what you can do within battle. And something new into this game, there's techniques, but there's also spells or skills that you can unleash, such as Vortex, where, if memory serves, Alyssa attacks with the Slicer weapons, but the Vortex that normally attacks all other enemies, specifically one enemy for massive damage. But there's no giant enemy crabs as far as I am aware, so you can't attack their weak spot for massive damage, sad to say. And this is pretty much our character, Chaz, who is age 16. He knows Res, so if push comes to shove, he is our resident healer, and the skill Earth. Well, it's a good thing I have the RPG Classics up on a separate window, because, yeah, I've already forgotten what all of these things do. The 24-year-old scholar, Han, who has Res and Galoon, as well as Vision. Let's see. Yet another 100 Mesetas, so we are swimming just fine in water, and surprise attack, does that mean... Yes, we got the surprise on them, so we are able to get the first strike and continue onward. From there, Chaz and Han leveled up. Huzzah! And I keep forgetting, C is the talk button. We don't need to talk to others. Give me a quick moment while I double check the skill thing. Let's see. I believe the other one was Earth. Ah, it stuns an enemy, and then Vision increases dexterity on the entire party. But yes, Vortex does indeed attack one specific enemy for massive damage. So I was right on that front, at the very least. But with that said, let us continue onward by going down to Creepy Basement. And by Creepy Basement, I mean let's deal with more of these nutsacks. Hopefully they all attack... You know, Chaz, why did you have to miss that attack? I wish I could say, don't get attacked by the enemies, but you deserved getting hit by there. I'm just saying, if you couldn't even land a hit like that, why didn't you do that earlier? I don't know. But yeah. Also, Chaz, you might want to think about healing up after battle. I mean, right now, you're fine, but, you know, might want to think about it after battle. And, god damn it, I'm doing it again. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I said. And Han has more heal points, or technique points, so I'm gonna let Chaz heal himself outside of battle. And then, I think after the next turn, should Han take any extra damage. We'll worry about that later. Antidote, it's pretty much self-explanatory item there. Use it when you're poisoned. What's this? What is this? But yeah, more importantly, boss enemy over there. So, yeah. Remember when I said I was going to heal up Han later? Yeah, I lied. We're healing him now. Time to engage in a boss fight, and now is the perfect time to show off our attacks here. So we'll do Vortex, and you only have Res, so just attack. What did the move Galoon do? Let's see. Give me a sec, folks. I will figure this out. Balloon decreases enemy dexterity. So, yeah, I think for now, we're fine. So, just do your standard attack. Woo! Actually got a critical attack. And Fusion! But yes, the enemy is called Iglanova. But yes, let's do same thing again, only this time, Chaz and Han, if you can concentrate on the newly spawned enemy nutsacks. So I believe so long as you take care of those nutsacks, the only thing the main boss, Iglanova, can do is just spawn more of those characters. So if we can keep the boss preoccupied by getting rid of his minions, the better. And I think all it takes is really just one more attack with that, and we should have this in the bag. Unless, of course, Chaz decides not to attack at that point. You know, that's fine too. Not that it matters, because even though it took all of our Vortex moves, we did successfully defeat the boss with 69 experience. Nice. We did it! Chaz, you need more practice. Your swing is too slow. I don't know about this boss. If you're talking about the enemy previously where he missed, then yes, his swing is indeed slow. What? But we just destroyed the monster! With my help. In all fairness. In all fairness. Sorry. Now, Han, come over here. What? What are these glass containers for? These? Hey, are you by any chance breeding the monsters here? Because if that's the case, this monster business is no mystery after all. I don't know anything. This is the first time I've been in this room. I've only just learned that such a thing exists at the Academy. Really? It's the truth? Alright then. I believe you. For now. The principal must know about these containers. He must also know the connection between this and the disappearance of Professor Holt. Yes. Let's see the principal again. Come on, Chaz. Hey, don't leave me here! But yes, I don't know why it sounds like Nimdok, but that's pretty much how it's going. Watch, there's gonna be another stream where I do this, and I totally forget to do the accent at that point. But let's communicate with each other. I wonder what that capsules in the basement are for. Don't you mean I wonder what those capsules in the basement are for? I'm not the best English major, but that didn't sound right. I'm going to make the principal tell us. Hey, you're coming along too. Who? Me? But yeah, at this point, if we defeated the I was gonna say, if we defeated the boss monster, then there are no enemies. I stand corrected! So, yes, let's go ahead and finish off this fight over here, and then we can move onward to the next part of our quest. And I believe it was strictly Chaz that leveled up? Yes. Chaz leveled up. Though I get the feeling next battle we get into, no matter what, I get the feeling Han will also get a level up as well. But it ain't gonna happen anytime now because, yes, we will need to move onward with this story. So why don't we have a nice conversation with the principal? What's wrong? You seem upset. Were you able to defeat those monsters? Yes, but there is something I want to ask you. What? Is it just my imagination that I saw some strange things in the basement? Stop beating around the bush. Someone keeping information from me is the 6th most dangerous thing in this world. Alright already! I'll tell you what I know! Look, you're aware of the recent outbreak of the new breed of monsters, right? Oh yes. Thanks to the outbreaks, I'm no longer hurting for work. Well, it turns out 3 months ago, Professor Holt identified Birth Valley as the origin of that outbreak, so he went over to investigate. He says that he discovered the remains of an ancient and advanced civilization. The investigation team brought back the monster's breeding capsules, and then immediately set forth for their second investigative mission. But not one of them came back? Yes, that's right, Han. Also, when did you start using that weird accent? And despite all this, you didn't send out a rescue team and banned entry to Birth Valley? No, not at all. I was trying to send out a rescue team, honestly. But something happened. At that moment, a man who called himself Zio appeared before my eyes. Zio? I've heard of him. That fake magician. Ah, my dear principal of Motavia Academy. How are you doing? Who are you? You thought I would be the main villain. But my name is Zio. Zio the Black Magician. Do not intrude on Birth Valley. What do you mean? In the future, if you ever let anyone set foot inside Birth Valley. Let me make something perfectly clear here. There is no need for you to go into Birth Valley. It's related to the rescue team. So that's why the Birth Valley situation was never announced. And also why you tried to keep a lid on the monster situation to begin with. But what is all this about? Remains of an ancient advanced civilization? And Zio? It seems like these are signs of something to come. I need to help the professor. I am going to Birth Valley. Psst. Han. This is egg-laying season for sandworms, so I suggest you be careful. Greece? Well, willing to tag along. For 300 pesetas, plus expensives. A deal! Perth Valley is to the northeast. Let us hurry! Yep, we got 300 pesetas added in. I can't believe I never noticed that until now. Well, at either rate, let's strike up another conversation between ourselves. Perth Valley is located to the northeast of Piata. Let us hurry and get to the professor's rescue. CO. I don't like the sound of that. So, as I'm progressing onward with the situation, how are you folks at home doing? Are you enjoying the stream so far? Are you enjoying the game that I'm playing? Why are you here and not watching the TRG Coliseum instead? All these questions and more I wish I could answer for you, but sadly, I just became an affiliate, so I don't know all the answers. Anyway, dorms for Motavia Academy. He's the Yes, the caretaker. The caretaker is the more appropriate term. So, of course, freaking out because didn't do midterm papers or what have you. Also, I was trying to speak to you. So much fun lazing about than doing actual work. Can't imagine why. It's a classroom schedule. Rather light. Kind of like how my last few years in college were. Didn't end well. See, girl next door is being influenced by some strange religion. She's been missing for quite a while. Wonder where she went. And we just found one of Opie's favorite scenes here. Definitely one of Opie's favorite scenes. I'm sure that's the case. We have the inn, the item or tool shop. And I don't think it's until the next town that we actually get a chance to get more weapons of sorts. Which, to be fair, this is an academy. Why would they have weapons set up here? It'd be silly otherwise. See, I heard some students jumped into the fountain the other day. I can't believe I missed all the fun. You should take a dip. It'll do you good. If it was just the boys, then sure. Since, Alyssa's here, I don't think she would approve of that. But anyway, they said to the northeast of here, so we go north and eventually east. This is not the town we're looking for, but it is in the way. This is the village of Mile, and this is our newly built sandworm ranch. What do you think? Isn't it great? This will attract a lot of tourists. And in case you're wondering, yes, there are indeed sandworms. And notice, no matter what you do, you cannot enter it. Foreshadowing, this is going to be a side quest that'll happen later on in the game, so I wouldn't worry too much about it right now. It says, the Big Sandworm Ranch. Good to know, good to know. So, let's see. Ah, here we are. Weapons and Armory. Start with you. Welcome to the weapons store. What do you need? So, I think for now, just to be on the safe side, let's get one slasher, just to make sure that in case, Alyssa already has a slasher. No, it's just a boomerang. So in that case, replace it with another slasher. Let's see. Sell the boomerang, since we won't be needing that. Oh, no. Don't sell anything else. I'm gonna buy the other slasher. Thank you. Let's see. Steel sword and hunting knife. So let's see, for Chaz, he has 2 hunter knives, while Han has a leather shield. Well, I know exactly what to do here. that case, since we already have 2 hunting knives that Han can use, we are just going to get a steel sword, or stealth sword in that case. Yes, you would be right. So, in that case, Chaz will replace the 2 hunter knives with a steel sword, which, if memory serves, already defensive power goes up, and I think the only thing that would have happened otherwise, 21. So yes, we'd be much better off with the steel sword, while Han will get rid of that stupid leather shield, because what good is that going to do him? He needs to deal more damage, which is why the hunter's knives are there. And now that that's been taken care of, we can worry about selling. Oh, wait. I don't think I equipped the other slasher. So let's at least sell the shield and dagger. And before I forget, get that other slasher equipped. Much better. Alright, and let's see, what do we have here? We have a leather helm for Chaz, leather crown for Elise, and a leather band for Han. So, leather, helm, crown, and band. Let's see. Leather crown, leather helm, leather band. So, we don't need any more defensive items. We are actually good on that front. I believe... Although I wonder, is it this town where there's an important event for someone? I think it's got to be a bigger building of sorts. I think. Is it this? No, I don't think this was it. Or... Wait a minute. Am I able to go? No! That answers that question. Let me just double check this area one more time. Just get the feeling if it's not here, it must be... Okay, so no. Must be a different town over. So let's, in that case, head on over to the right. Hey, I remember that bug enemy from the first enemy, although it's not a mosquito, it's a monster fly. And crawlers! In that case, we gotta take you down. Han, why you be taking so much damage? You can do so much better than that, which is why not only are you getting a new technique, Watt, but also getting a level up as well. It's fun doing all of these techniques and everything. But yes, it can do damage to the throw if you're not careful. Also, speaking of what? They've been turned into stone! So yes, there's literally nothing you can do in here except investigate the Birth Valley section here, while fighting against many other enemies, such as this flatter plant. If we flatter it, does it instantly die or get stronger? I feel like this is a question that'll pop up in the next quiz, so would help to know. Surprise attack! So now we can be able to deal damage with it. Please, why did you miss? Thank goodness Han got your back there. Also, may as well double check. What I believe was that ice? Yes, what is an ice technique? Not to be confused with Su, which is obviously lightning based. Also, that just brought back up the stream. That is not the game. This is Carbon Shield, which might be useful for a character later on. Right now, we're just concerned about the best offense being or the best defense being a good offense. And worst case scenario, we got another antidote out of it. Let's see. Left or right? Left or right? Right! Although I think, now that I thought about it, that actually moves us forward. Yeah, it does. But I think we're going to be backtracking anyway, so we'll worry about that later. This time, go right. It led to a monster! And yes, even though it has yet to be shown here, there is a very, very special thing that can be do, as far as I'm aware, within this game alone, which is whenever you attack with very specific commands, sometimes you can do a combo attack. And as Pan said, using Foy, Watt, and Sue, you can indeed get a special combo attack. And a carbon suit. Let's see, what do we have here? I am so sorry to hear that Chaz is low on TP. And the problem is, we already sold our leather shield, so he can't use that instead. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to push through with that one, Chaz. I mean, not saying, I'm just saying at this point. So, since I refuse to remove the damage upgrade, we'll just have to up his defense by doubling it with the carbon suit. Problem solved. Problem solved right there. So let's just move onward and take out more of these enemies. And just to make sure you are targeting the same one, do that. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, all it takes is one double slasher attack for that to work. Also, one thing I should mention that's different, in Phantasy Stars II and III, if you were to use Anna Slasher, and I already forgot who it was in 3, and we literally just played 3 roughly a month or two ago, and I don't even remember her name. They were using slicers, where it attacks with one of those weapons at a time. Here, both slicers are used at once to deal double damage, which I think is a nice addition. But now I think it's time we advance the plot. Oh, Professor Holt! What on earth? An ancient curse? I can't believe someone is able to cast such a spell, especially in this day and age. Isn't there any way to the store, then? I've heard of a medicine called Alschlein. Reference to the first Phantasy Star, especially since Odin was encased in stone, and it took Muse Alschlein potion to free that. For once, something I actually remember from the Phantasy Star series. But yes, Alschlein is able to turn stone back to the flesh. Where can we find it? I heard about it some time ago in a local Motavian village. But then again, we were talking some time ago. Well, which Motavian village is it? It's the village of Molcom, which is to the far south of here. Alright then, let's get going. Let's see, if you're going to Molcom, I'll make you an offer. Just 500 pesetas. You devil! And I didn't even see how much I had. I'm assuming it was 700 something beforehand. So yes, we'll take that. Also, heading back in because there was one path I forgot to take when I really should have. So let's go ahead and do that. Chaz, why did you not go for the stronger one? You fool! You know what? Just for that, until we are done with this dungeon, I am not healing you. That is your punishment. And we got a Monomate. Basic potion. But yeah, I don't care if you're fast enough. I'm sticking with what I said. Until we're done with this dungeon, you're not getting healed once. Because in all honesty, you should have known better than to attack a weaker one. But yes, we are finished with this area here. Now, before we continue onward, where do we go from here? Well, let's talk for a bit. Oh no! Professor Holt has been turned to stone! Will he be alright, Han? We can go to Molcom and obtain the medicine Alsaline. Molcom? You mean that Motavian village south of Zima? Oh, calm down. Really, you're pathetic. So they said to the south of Zima, if memory serves. So I think, since we were in Zima, directly south from here is where we need to go. Which is, of course, our next destination. At least I'm going to give Han credit for one thing. He is starting to take more hits like a champ, rather than just being a petty little douchebag in order to move forward. He's doing quite well for himself. And now we get to attack mini-worms. Well then, these must be the great sandworms we were told about all this time. That's adorable. But seriously, those are pathetic worms. We face actual sandworms later on in the game. Also, Lacostas! I remember you from the second game. So, are you going to be fun to deal with, or more or less a pain? Oh, you are going to be so much of a pain. Just so much of a pain. So let's see, you focus on attacking, since they can deal enough damage, you heal yourself, and you heal yourself. Not that it matters, because Han is, fallen right now. Oof. And despite healing to prevent death, he's already halfway there. Oof, oof. You best be living on a prayer right now, buddy. Best be living on a prayer, buddy boy. Now, I forget if Han gets revived at the end of battle, but the cost is he doesn't gain any experience afterwards. Nope, he's still in dying status. That answers that question, and we are right next to that village. Really, right next to the village, and we did not heal up beforehand, so... Fun times abound with this battle. Fun times abound. Absolutely, I is professional. You know it. Okay, good news is we made it to Molcom, so, except we didn't. It's already burned down, but there's someone here. Maybe they can help us. Let's see. Rune? Hey, Elise. Long time no see. Elise, you know this guy? From a long time ago. I wonder if that's a wink-wink, nudge-nudge to a previous game we've played in the series before. But we'll find that out later. So, is Shorty here your current companion right now? Shame. He's still such a kid. Hey, watch what you say! Oh, will you stop it already, you two? More importantly, Rune, what exactly is going on here? This is all the handiwork of Zio. Zio! I bet the person who turned the people of Zema into stone is also... Well, at least your brain seems to work a little bit. You... Cut it out already! It seems that everywhere we go, it's always Zio this, Zio that. Who is this Zio anyway? I'm not entirely sure myself. With the town destroyed, how are we going to find the Alsaline? Well, if it's really the Alsaline you're looking for, then I'd suggest in that case you head over to Tonoe. Tonoe? Let's see. It does seem kind of far from here. First, you have to travel east to the village of Krupt. Or just Krupt. then from there, if you go north, you should find a valley that leads straight to Tanoe. But we don't have to pass by Krupp, do we? Why? Let's just head straight towards Tanoe. Elise? I haven't decided yet. Well, if it's not too much trouble, I guess I may as well invite myself to your group for now. Besides, I've got some personal business there, too. Hey! Not so fast! We'd enjoy your company. What? Elise! Good. Then we're all set. Oh, and Shorty, try not to get in the way. Will you stop calling me Shorty? I'm telling you, my name is Chaz. Yes, that's what you said your name was, right? Talk about a stupid name. Elise, I personally think this guy is going to be far more trouble than he's worth. I promise I won't get in anyone else's way. You already have. I'm a little uneasy about our destination. But yes, now we can strike up a conversation with him. Also, what kind of abilities does Rune have? He brought back the spells Heinous and Ryuka, which, if memory serves, I believe Heinous gets you out of battle, or at least a dungeon, while Ryuka teleports you back to the last town you've been in. But we're on our way to Krupp, so we may as well just keep gunning through this. Besides, if nothing else, we have a level 17 character in our party. As a certain Bobcat would say, what could possibly go wrong? I mean, let's be real here with Rune. He's a level 17 wizard with age. I mean, what more could be said about that? Let's look at the spells he's got. Foy, Wat, Gra, Aros. And his techniques go Hyun and Philali. My god, that's such a mouthful to say, but there you go. Anyway, let's start up a conversation, just to be on the safe side. Welcome has been done in by Zio. By the time I arrived, it was too late. I'm sorry. But once we get to Tanoe, we'll be able to obtain the Oceline, right? Tanoe. Now, if I remember, that's just to the north of the village of Krupp, right? So again, in case you are wondering where to go, this game lets you know. So it said we had to go east, and there's Krupp right there, so what's the worst that can happen, aside from Chaz going down? Though, to be fair, I'm sure Rune would say in a situation like this, the big kids are talking. So, what are we really missing here? Also, if memory serves, if I was to do Foy, and I believe it was Zan, but we don't have Zan, so we'll do next best thing, Hugh. This should give us our first combo attack. Yep, Firestorm! There, luckily, are multiple ways how you can do techniques, and this is one of them. But with that said, we should probably do the smart thing for once and heal up in a local inn. And thankfully, unlike the previous games, we don't need to worry about reviving anyone first before visiting an inn. They just revive automatically. Now, I'm wondering... No, I don't think I got paid during then. Or if I did, I didn't happen to notice it. Let's see what is going on here. The local armory. Carbon Helm, which we could use. Let's check out the weapon shop first. Because like I said, the best defense is a good offense. Han! Considering that you are disinherited, you sure have some galls to step into this house. You don't help in the family business, you just study. What use is that? Pa, right now the whole planet is in serious danger. I want to help with the power of science. How? Because science, of course! That is why I'm studying! Han, it's good to see you home! Your pa goes on and on like that, but believe me, he's really very proud of you. I know, Ma, but my feelings won't change! Also, if you want to, you can just go right behind the podium and talk to this shop owner. Han's pa talks like that, but it's thanks to Han sending us a scientific literature that he has completed that a rural place like this is able to sell such splendid weapons. Yes, standard weapons, which so far I still have yet to see any. But if memory serves, hopefully there should be a weapon shop here. I get the feeling... nope, nope. Still within the borders there. There's an item tool shop. Is there no other shop there? Or maybe this does sell weapons, I'm just not seeing it. Nope, strictly armor. So let's see, what can we do here? I can get 2 carbon suits, but I also need to get good equipment for everyone else. So I think what I'll do is get 2 carbon suits, a carbon crown, a circlet. Then if I sell off any and all extra stuff after equipping / re-equipping, I should then be able to get enough to sell back in order to make myself that much stronger. So that is all defensive stuff up there. Still need the helm and also the circlet. So we got that, and let's see, up defense by 1, so not bad. And he's already got the circlet and white mantle, so we don't need to worry about that. And now we can worry about selling all the stuff we don't need. Right? Nah, not that. Just the leather clothing, armor, and such. There we go. Much better. Much better. We still need all of our healing items and supplies. Let's be real here. And the only other thing that we need is the carbon helm. And then once I equip that and sell off the leather helm, we... Oh, wrong character. There we go. Once we sell off the leather helm, we should be good to go. And still have 307 pesetas to spend if need be. May as well check what is in item shop at this point. Let's see. Welcome to the tool store. We have both escape pipe and telepipe, and it turns out telepipe... Yes! Telepipe is exactly as I thought. Like the Ryuka spell, to teleport you back to the last town that you went to via inn, and escape pipe is the same ability as Hina's, which lets you teleport your way out of a dungeon. But I think for now, let's just get one of each for both pipes. And how are we doing healing items? 1, 2... let's get 3 more monomates. 1, 2, 3... And then we haven't run into anything that can poison us yet, so we should be fine on that front for the time being. But yes, this was the town I was thinking of with this building. Saya! Han, you've come home. I'm so happy. Saya, I've missed you. Let me introduce you to everyone. This is my, fiancé, Saya. Fiancé? It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Saya. And you can tell just by the glimmer, she's one of those, people who may not be the sharpest knife in a tool shed, but my god, does she have a heart of gold. Just by that personality, I could tell. Saya teaches children here in her home. Wow. I'm rather impressed. Oh no. It's about the only thing I'm capable of doing. Also, how's it going there, Mike? Glad you stopped on by. Elise and Chaz are hunters. They are assisting me in my task. It's a difficult job, isn't it? Thank you for taking such good care of Han. Now, don't you worry. Everything will be alright. Oh, but if something were to happen to you, Saya, Han. Ooh la la. Oh, you two. Thank you again for taking care of Han. But yes, now that we did this, we gotta talk to all the students here.
I want to use the bathroom, but I'll have to hold it till class is over. I don't want to miss a thing Saya's teaching. When I grow up, I'm going to ask my teacher Saya to marry me. I made a promise to her. It's true.
Ouch, they're just students. Oof, Lee's so cold-hearted.
I want to grow up to be like my teacher Saya, but I wouldn't like a guy like Han.
Oof. Oof, all the hard hits coming in from left and right.
He's got to be more, reliable.
Ahem.
I think the recent environmental disaster was deliberately caused by someone.
What a smart aleck kid. Because he can't say smartass in a game like this. Yet.
My teacher Saya is kind and beautiful. I love her. Yeah.
I honestly don't know why I went with that last bit there, but just smile and nod, folks. Just smile and nod. In fact, I wonder if there's a special conversation that comes up when you're in this town. Nope, it is still the same thing. Still the same thing, but at least you got the hint that there was something important within this town, so long as you have Han in your party, when you first ran into Rune. So now I guess we can actually move forward with this. Especially now that we have people alive here. And there's a cave here that's blocked off. The entrance is blocked. No sweat. This would be a cinch. Everyone, stand back. Flyly! Wow! So, shall we go? That art he just used? I've never seen it before. Well, you technically have seen something like that before, but you were in dying status, so technically speaking, you ain't wrong. The technique is different, too. I'm not surprised you've never seen it before. This is what they call magic. Magic! Insert the scene with both Edgar and Locke from 6 talking about magic. But whatever. Let's move onward with this. In order to reach our next destination, we gotta go through the Valley Maze, which I think... Nope. Still same old conversation. Still the same old conversation. Guess it won't actually change until we get to Molcom. Tier. Anyway, for this one, we're gonna have everyone but Rune attack. So I think in this one, the best approach would be to use Gra, since it works on all enemies. For 69 apiece. Woof. I would say that would be nice, but I think that deserves a double nice, if you want my honest opinion. Also, everyone's favorite clay fighter, the Blob. All three of them, even. All in the 30s, mid-30s even, for damage, and 2 paths to take. What happens if I go this way instead? 2 series of doors. Let's go into the first doorway we saw. Hopefully that leads to treasure and not the way forward. Spread out the attack and do more raw spells. Actually, now that I think about it, let's see if I can... Yeah, let's set up the macro here. We'll keep A as it is, because that's just everyone doing physical attacks. For this one, we'll have regular attack, or better yet, let's have Rune start off with Gra, then Elise do an attack, then Jazz do an attack, and Han do an attack. Yep, Macro B has been set up. And it looks like I chose right, because in here we have yet another antidote. Well, it's a good thing I didn't purchase a third antidote, because why do that when you can find a third one? And let's get this go. It's pretty much the same order it would have been, so I'd say there's nothing wrong with that. And we have ourselves a Sand Newt, and I didn't mean to do a physical attack. Oh well, slow but sure process with this one. But yeah, you can already tell, physically speaking, Rune was not meant for attacking. He can, but he's not really meant for attacking. But obviously, his strongest stat would be his magic skills, or technique skills. And we only have one enemy left, so we may as well just finish off with another physical attack, and Chaz gets another level up! Huzzah! And we're starting yet another battle. Let's get this one set up. So that way they can all come tumbling down that fast. Yes, let's do it again. Yeah. And I'm trying to remember. I think there was another combo I have yet to do. Yes, I can do this one. Yeah, next time I get into battle, let me see if I can do that combo attack. What have we here? Path to move forward. Just a mirror dead end, but that's okay. Let's try doing another combo. Regular attack, regular attack. You do what against whomever you feel, and let's do another Hoon skill. Didn't want to go off, but if you remember early on where I did the Firestorm combination spell, doing a Hewn technique along with a ice attack like Watt can do the move Blizzard. So I'm going to see if I can do it one more time. And still refuses to work. Well, we're doing fine enough as it is. We may as well keep going like this. I mean, we're already OP as it is with Rune in our party. What's the worst that could happen? 2 paths. We'll go the way of the right path for a treasure of 300 Macetas. And we got the surprise attack. Maybe now it'll work. Let's see. What? And Hune. Can I not work with this? Let me see. No, it can work. I'm not entirely sure why it's not responding with that. Maybe it's probably because Han isn't really in tune or in sync with Rune as much as Elise is, so I don't know. I'm just thinking of whatever possibilities I can, and now we have finally made it to Tanoe. Also, probably what I would say is a guilty pleasure song theme to listen to with this area. This is Tanoe! Hey! How did you get here? But yes, we see the local Motavians here. And there's a lot of things you can do here, and by a lot, I mean not really all that much. But if memory serves, there should be... This looks like food, I think. He's glaring at me. Let's move on. Ah, here's an armor shop where we can get a circular Titan mail and a Titan helm. Oof. Ooh, that's expensive though. We'll get back to you. Hey, it's a Parmanian. Help! Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. And we just move onward here. The tool shop. Anything worth... Oh, we can cure paralysis if we want to. But we have many big items that we need to focus on getting. Go away! How rude. You Parmanians. Why are you here? Go away! Go away! The shop owner is asleep. I don't want to wake him. Wow! Look at all this junk! Are these actually articles? Are these actually articles for sale? Looks like they've closed for today. Ah, here we are, the weapons store. So now we can trade in the hunting knives for titanium daggers, and a titanium sword, and titanium slashers. So yes, let's work on the best defense being more offense. So grab ourselves that, and that. Let's equip our newly acquired weapons. And then we can worry about selling all the extra stuff and get those titanium daggers. Ooh, 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 ooh. So let's see. Let us sell one slasher, two slashers, and a steel sword. And then we'll have enough to get both titanium daggers. I would have thought we'd have to sell at least one more. But no, we still have 3 macetas in our pocket. And that's before we even sell off our hunting knives. So we should go ahead and sell this off. So now we have 123 macetas. 1, 2, 3. You know, if I really was that desperate to grind, I would so get the reference amount, but yeah, there's no time for that. And I'm debating. Nah, we'll worry about it later. I was debating about whether or not I would grind money for more defensive stuff, but it's already going to be expensive as it is, so we'll not worry about that for now. Besides, I think the main important thing we need to worry about should be one specific hut we need to go to, which is probably the one back here. Nope, not that one. Not that one. I think it's the one just to the left? Or maybe this one? Ah, it's this one. So let's talk to these people first.
You know, I lived in Mulcom, but Zio attacked Mulcom. My brother fought valiantly. He just wasn't a match for Zio. My mom and dad both died. My brother and I barely escaped with our lives. Ugh.
And now comes probably the most interesting way to move forward, although if memory serves... Nope, still get the dialogue until we actually finish this area. My goodness. Alright, so we can talk to the information monger, the grandfather Doran. So what should we ask him? Is it the secret of refining titanium? Yeah, sure, why not? Tell us about it. I see. It is referred to as a secret. And it really is a secret. Well, glad we knew about that. So, it's not titanium. Would you like to know why the path to this village is blocked by rock? Sure, tell us. In preparation of a possible assault by Zio, we've closed ourselves off. Well, I'm glad we know about that, but there's still more stuff we gotta ask. No, we already heard about that. Nope. Then do you want to know the measurements of the famous and beautiful hunter Elise Brangwyn, also known as the 8-Stroke Warrior? We are not filled with opie, so I'll say no to that. Then if you don't have any business here, stop talking to me. I'm very busy. You know, I really wish this was just an opie joke. In order to move the story forward, you actually need to ask about information of the measurements here. I swear to God, this weird grandfather is such an opie. Such an opie. Now you're talking. Now, starting from the top, 36, 20, bang! Elise is super pissed. Yow! Ouch! What are you doing? How dare you strike me without warning? The yikes! It's Elise Brangwyn! You blabbering old fart. Do you go around telling every single fool who comes in here my measurements? Ah! Oh! Help me! Rune! It's you, Rune! Please help me! You don't change now, do you, old man? Please excuse him already, will you, Elise? The old man doesn't have any bad intentions. That's why I put up with it. Grandfather Doran, wait, what was your name again? I came here to retrieve the item I entrusted into your care. Also, it seems as if these people are looking for Alschlein. Ah! If all you want is the Alschlein, then feel free to take whatever you need. It's in the back of the basement warehouse out back. Go ahead and help yourselves out. Thank you! Elise, let's go! Oh, wait. That place is unused right now, so it might be a teensy bit dangerous. Grease, will you guide these people forward? My pleasure. My name is Grease. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Well, I have some business to deal with Grandfather Opie here, so I'll say so long here. Oh yeah, Pipsqueak. I've had just about enough of you. Don't get any silly thoughts, such as taking on that Zio into that little pea-brain head of yours. Huh? Guys, at this stage of the game, you're no match for him. Fourth wall! You're breaking the fourth wall! No, but seriously, this is a foreshadowing thing, and once the time comes, you'll see why that's the case. Perhaps someday our paths may cross again. Elise. Yeah? Take care. Me? Take it on Zio? Thanks, Rune. Well, that was awkward. Let's strike up a conversation here, shall we? So there's Alschlein in the underground warehouse of Tanoe? Thanks for being our guide, Grease. No problem. You can just leave everything to me. And let's see if there's a special conversation with brother and sister.
You know, I lived in Malka. Oh, no, I think it's the same conversation as before.
Oh, but this time it's added in later on. Pana, I promise you that one day I will exact revenge. Oh, if only we knew that revenge is not necessarily the best route to take. Let's see what information we can get on Briss. Ah yes, my favorite rank and occupation, Motavian. But yeah, level 6 with 19 years old, and he wields a battle axe, made of titanium even. So it pretty much gives you a good idea. He's got the technique Bros, and the ability skill Crash. So let me just quickly see. First up, Crash. A chance to kill an enemy with the axe. So insta-kill move, but I wouldn't trust it really, since we all know how much luck instant death spells can do. And as for Bros, increase enemy volume, making it easier to hit. So lowers their evasion, is pretty much what this game is trying to tell me. But yes, now that we know all of that, now we can be able to move forward in here and get any and all necessary items to continue. Ugh! It's rusted shut! Oh, there's actually a little trick to opening this door. Just hold here, like so, and then 1, 2, 3, lift! It opened! Great, let's go in. Although, personally, I think it would have been far more hilarious if he said 1, 2, 3, lift, it did nothing, and the true solution was just him banging it with his axe, but that's just me talking. Now, I get the feeling I pretty much know what's gonna happen. Yep, same conversation. So, we're just gonna be in search mode here, and we have ourselves an Abe Frog, Heavy Frog, and a Blob to deal with. We do not have a Rune in our party, so now his technique spell is just a default attack. Let's not worry about that, shall we? And just do standard attack there. Wow. No love for Han, I'm telling you. Absolutely no love for Han. Let alone Chaz. Oof. Let's head on back for the time being, shall we? Also, you gotta love the fact that, it's hard to tell when you're moving vertically, but if you're moving from left and right, all the characters that are alive, you'll see move, but those who are in quote-unquote dying status just stay perfectly still, as if they were as dead as a doornail. Yes, let us go ahead and rest at an inn, recover all that, and I don't think there was anything else we could get in the weapon shop for Briss, just to double check. Okay, didn't think so. So we already have the best weapons possible, but now we gotta see about the best armor. Let's see. So since there really isn't any other weapon that Briss can use, and he has a 2 handed weapon. Probably best not to get the titanium shield. He can use titanium mail and a helmet. But I wonder if he already has both mail and helm. Let's see. Yes, he already has titanium mail and the helmet, so no reason to worry about that. So next up, we just need to worry about getting... I think it was... mail for both Chaz and Alyss, and just a helm for Chaz. So we are looking at roughly, let's see, 2240, 2310. We're looking at roughly 2,810 Mesetas in order to fully upgrade our armor at this point. So, I would not be surprised if for the first few rounds, especially if people keep attacking, I say people, if all the enemies keep targeting Hans that easily. But we'll see where it goes. And it's good to know that all the way on the left was absolutely nothing. But yes, let's just go for standard attack there. My god, those toadstools are farting at me. I was slightly offended by that. Just slightly, though. But we were able to take down at least one. And Han, can you please not die for once? Just once? Not die? Thank you. Because it's kind of hard to level you up, let alone get more money, if you keep dying every now and then. So, since I don't trust Han, I'll go ahead and heal him. And let's heal Chaz as well. And then let's see what else we can get from here. Oh, wrong button. Monomate. There's a staircase heading down. We don't want to go there just yet. Gotta see what's on this other side as well. Elise is paralyzed, oh no! Well, we took care of all the blobs, but now my main concern are the toadstools. So let's have Han heal Elise and Gris just attack because it's what he does best. You just knew that I was going to heal. You just knew that. I'm just shaking my head at this point. And now we learned the skill Crosscut, which is pretty much the exact same as Vortex. I'm not going to bother with this one. If I already lost Elise in battle, who is honestly against multiple enemies one of the strongest fighters, it's not worth staying in battle. Especially if memory serves. Yes, if you press start, you bring up the save option, which, considering I haven't done that at all in this game, going on recklessly would be a stupid idea. I mean, granted, it's me we're talking about here, but it's still a stupid idea regardless. So I think what we'll do is, once we get to here, let's actually save in slot number 1. Okay. Okay, now we can see what's over here on this side, which is more enemies to fight. Always nice. So, can you take out the one on the right so it doesn't... Thank you! So it doesn't attack us. Even better! We won't get paralyzed this time around. Well, at least now we know who the bigger threat is, so we can deal with that as we move forward. Heal Elise. good on that front. Anything else? Nope. Just 100 Macetas there. Which brings us one step closer to getting more armor. And we have more of the Ave Frogs. You know what? I think it's time we try out the Vortex and the Crosscut. We only have one for Chaz, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. So I think we'll have Han attack that and Riz attack that. There we go. Woo! That crosscut, very powerful. Too bad there is only one of them that I can use. For now, eventually we will have better chances to use that. And of course, since I don't trust myself, instantly heal Elise. Because now we gotta deal with more of these. And for once, the enemies got the surprise attack on us. How dare they? But let us keep onward with this attack, hopefully before they even attempt to finish us off. Keep on with the attack! Move forward! Don't think about losing to your enemies! Also, I just realized, why am I having Han heal outside of battle? Chaz is the one who should be worrying about healing outside of battle. Han should worry about healing during battle. There we go. If it's just 10, I'm not too concerned about it. Keyword being too concerned. Anything down here except rats. There was a staircase heading down, which is probably the way to move forward, so let's not do that just yet. Because now we can continue taking out these enemies as is, and we've learned the technique Zahn. And what technique... Oh, wait. Tsu, which is their thunder... thunder wind ability? I don't think there is. Nope, the only Tsu ability there is the basic Tri-Blaster one, which so far doesn't seem to be the case, so let's not worry about that right now and continue onward here. First off, we have some healing to do, not skills. Heal Elise, heal yourself. And while we're at it, heal Han. There we go. Yay! For once, we got the surprise attack in. Take all U's down. Alright, now we only have one to deal with. And that attack missed. Lovely. And I don't mean that in an ironic sense. I mean, that is actually quite lovely. Let's see what we can find up in here. As we first do what we can to take out all of those goobers. Yeah, got rid of the nastier ones, so we should be good to move forward on that front. Nothing up there. Down here. Not really interact with that rat, but that's okay. We have 500 Macetas, which will easily cover all the armory purchases that we will need. Nothing up there. But over here, 300 Macetas. So, once again, slowly but surely, we are getting closer to getting those armor upgrades. Much needed armor upgrades, might I remind you? Yeah, let's go for basic attack here. Ah! Stop licking me with the toads! Alright, let's see. Basic attack, res, chas, and basic attack. Of course! Of course! Right when it's Han's turn, you do that. So angy. So angy at this point right now. Not worth it. I know what I said before about multiple attackers, but Chaz is one of the basic heavy hitters. I'd rather have him alive. I mean, granted, it would be nice if I could continue on without Han at this point, but then again, he too... It seems like everyone serves a purpose. Chaz and Gris deal the most damage to single enemies. Elise deals the most damage to multiple enemies, while Han does most of the heavy healing. So, in a weird way, everyone does serve a purpose. So now, let's just worry about getting 2 Titan Mails, and then all that's left is the Titan Helm, which, if memory serves, once we equip the new stuff and we are able to sell off the lesser stuff, I think we might actually be good to get all the defensive stuff we need. Yeah, we should. Because that will already put us in the 600s, and it's only 570 in order to get that Titan Helm. So huzzah for that. And I think for now, all we can do is equip the Titan Helm, give better defense, sell off the Carbon Helm, and we are good to progress downstairs to the next floor. So, once again, as per usual, stop beforehand, overwrite that data, since, really, nothing much has changed, except for the fact now we have stronger armor. For everyone else, that's possible. And, at the very least, the strongest weapons we can get. Again, as much as possible. So, we may as well check this floor. Let's check the left first. Here, nothing. Alright, so let us switch things up a bit. Attack. You attack that, you attack that, you attack that. But let's face it, the toadstools are the main problems to deal with at this point. I probably should have had Han deal with the blob. Not that it matters, because we still survived that battle regardless. But yes, Han, if you could heal yourself, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. And up here, there's a chest with an antidote. Again, still have yet to use the antidotes. Can't go in there, so let us... Let me see, so I got Foy. Oh yes, I do have that. I thought I was still missing one of those spells, so yeah. That's a good idea, Pan. I should probably do that. Let's see. Foy, Zoo, and Watt. Although, just to make sure that it might work on the same person, target the same one. I don't think it really matters, but give that a shot. Because I know I did that without setting up a macro for the Firestorm. It worked. Oh well. If that's the case, after this battle, we'll worry about that. And wow. I think because they're bugs and susceptible to ice things, it did more damage, though then again the same thing can be said with a Thunder Spell. Oh well. Either way, Gris gains levels, so we can worry about that. Yeah, let's set up a tech there. Eliminate that. May as well, so for this one, Foy, then Sue, and then Watt, and then you just attack and be happy. Got it. Be happy! Ah! And we got a Titanium Crown, which I don't think they sold. No, they did not, so huzzah! Free find for a free upgrade. I think the only other spot we haven't checked is here. And yeah, let's get this go. No, still didn't work, so yeah, I think it is one of those temperamental when it feels like doing it sort of dealios. So if that's the case, for the rest of this battle, let's just focus on standard attacks. Take care of that miss. Nothing there. Head right then? Ah, here we go. So now we can head downstairs. The door is sealed tightly shut. No way to enter it conventionally. If you're talking about that, then yeah, I did it in specific order. So again, it's one of those temperamental things. I noticed that as a kid, it always felt a bit temperamental about when it does do that. I feel like it's one of those temperamental things. Sometimes it works, other times it feels like the characters need to be perfectly in sync in order for it to work properly. I mean, I don't get it, but give it another go. Nope, still doesn't want to work. And now at this point I can't use it because I've used too much technique points for Chaz to use Sue anymore. But yes, that is the correct order in how it should work. And we've been back attacked. Well, either way, because yeah, even here it says that would be possible, except now that Chaz no longer has the technique points to do so. Yeah, now that can't be done. So we'll just concentrate on physical attacks at this point. Oof. Heavy hit from Grace. Gris. Already I'm doing a fantastic job of remembering how names are being pronounced. Oof. Come on, finish them off! Oh, thank goodness for that. Alright, Han, we could desperately use some healing right now. Not saying, just saying. So, 1 heal. 2 heal. Then, because you don't necessarily have the best defense, 1 for yourself. 1 for Chaz. And actually, I think we should be good for there. But yes, now we have 2 more just to check out. Let's check this far one first. An escape. Isn't that weird? It almost sounds like escape. And then the main reason why we came here, the Alsline. So, this is Alsline. Okay, let us hurry to Zima and help those people out. Do you think I can go along? My own town was destroyed by Zio. I couldn't save my father or my mother. I swear, one way or another, I need to get my revenge. Hey, Grease, we're not necessarily making this journey just for the purpose of defeating Zio. That's right, even Rune told us we shouldn't challenge Zio. It'd be suicide to do so. But didn't that tall guy who was with you say something like that? Oh, that? He was just arbitrarily saying stuff. Either way, I can't stay in this town forever. I'm coming along, even if you refuse to take me. Gris! Come on, Chaz, there's nothing wrong with that. Gris could prove to be quite the help. And after all, no one knows what's going to happen from here on out. Great. Once again, good to be working with you. Yeah, whatever. Let's get going. So, you're not going to charge him for travel. You're purposely teasing Han when it comes to travel expenses. Alright, I see where this is going. You're being quite the bitch, but I see where you're going with this. Anyway, let's continue on with standard attacks here. And Jesus Christ, Han, can you not take massive damage from enemies? For the love of God. Ah. Alright. So, here's the thing. I do love this game. However, if it was any other time of the year, I would keep going until I felt like it, because obviously this is the weekend. For those who may not still be joining in, this is during the first day of the Runaway Guys Coliseum. So, because of that, I'm thinking at the very most another hour. Then after that, I'm just going to send us right on over to Proton John's channel where the Runaway Guys Coliseum is taking place, because honestly, I really wish I was seeing that rather than playing this. But I did promise beforehand that I would be streaming this game today, so, you know, I didn't want to make a liar out of me, even though we all know that's all I really am, just the biggest liar there ever was. But anyway, before we continue onward with all of our extra money in hand, let's go ahead and take a rest at the inn. And now that that's been taken care of... Actually, since we might be leaving this town for a bit, don't know if any special conversation happens with Pana beforehand. And so far, it looks like it is the exact same conversation as before. Yep, so no point in doing that. But there is one thing I haven't done yet. Let's talk amongst ourselves. We finally obtained the Alsline. Let's hurry to Zima and rescue the professor and his team. I'll join you. Chris. And actually, can I? Yeah, just easier way to leave from there. So now, it's basically the same track going to, I already forgot the name of the town. But from, going from Zima to our destination, from our destination back to Zima. So, let's just continue on with that. And honestly, since we're now dealing with just the blobs, there really is little to no purpose in fighting these enemies using the elemental combo chain as before. Especially when we've got a surprise attack on the enemies. Why would we risk ruining that? Although I will slightly change the macro. So before it was Foy, Su, Watt, and then Gris. So let's change it to Gris attacking, and then Foy, Tsu, and Watt. See if that changes anything. I highly doubt it, but we're trying it at the very least. Besides, I get the feeling once we run into those Locusa enemies, that'd probably be the most appropriate time to try that technique out again. Especially since compared to how we were dealing with these enemies beforehand, with now, we are much faster at dealing damage to them. And even if we weren't, thanks to the armor and weapon upgrades, we are killing the enemies far faster, and they are dealing far less damage to us this time around, so, you know, no biggie. Which, by the way, I probably haven't mentioned this before, but my god, there's something about the soundtrack within this game that is just purely awesome. Because we can all agree here that the sound chip, when compared to the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis did sound inferior. However, when it comes to certain games, when the sound engine gets the music right, ooh, they definitely get it right. And this game's soundtrack is the living example of that. Such a good soundtrack. Let's see, from here, I think it was southwest from here. And then west to get back to that old town, and then from there north to meet back up at Zima. Oh man, it did critical damage at me! For 1 damage! Well, I was just concerned about these crawlers at first, but now I don't know how I can deal with them. And we got Duran! Well, Doran, actually, not Duran. Can you imagine if I had 2 techniques that was just Duran? Let's see. Duran. I think I passed right by it. Let's see. Doran. Decreases agility from enemies. So, in other words, not really all that useful right now. But that's okay. We don't need to worry about that. All we're really concerned about is dealing with these enemies right here and now. Oh man, massive critical damage for 9 on Han. And he has terrible damage, so that is definitely saying a lot. Just definitely saying a lot there. That's all I can really say about that. But now that, hopefully, after this battle, we will make it all the way back to Zima and be able to progress onward with this story. Here we are. And once we enter town, the first thing we do is use the Alsh line to free up everyone that's been turned to stone, including the very last bit to recover Professor Holt. Oh, well, why it's you, Han. By golly, this is some place. There are just tons of relics from an earlier civilization all over the place. You've come at just the right time. You too. Professor Holt, this is no time for that kind of thing. Do you know that you were turned into stone by Zio? Oh, really? Well, here I am now, as good as new, so not to worry. Alright, let's reopen the investigation immediately. On? Yes, sir! Go back to the academy, give them a report on the state of affairs here. Yes, sir. Good. We're off further into Blood Valley. What a strange old man. Oh well, at least we settled one problem. I'm so sorry. He didn't even say a word of thanks. I almost broke out of character saying Han's line there. Well, he's just that kind of guy. Oh, don't worry about that, Han. Well, I'm kind of tired after getting this job done. Why don't we take it easy for today? Eh, Chaz? Okay. The next day, I'm going to return to the academy. I've got to report about what's been happening up until now. Alright. How about you, Grease? You're talking about me? I'm going off to conquer Zeo, even if that means me going alone. Hey! Let's not be so rash here. I don't care whether it's rash or not. I've already made up my mind. We've come to a good break point with one job. What with one job done. Normally at this junction, I would suggest we head back into the town of Aiero, where the guild is located. Ah! What was that? Someone screaming! Hey, this boss looks familiar. How are we going to get in with that creature blocking the way? We'll have to destroy it. Now? Look at the bright side. You've already healed up, and it's the first boss of the game. What are you complaining about, Chaz? Look, all it takes is a vortex attack, a cross-cut attack, and honestly, everything else. and that's all it will take to defeat them. Wait, you mean we have to defeat this creature now? No, Chaz, in 2 years from now. Of course now! Okay, so in this case, let us do the same thing, Vortex, and you don't have crosscut. So I think in this case, you focus on attacking them as well, while Han and Gris will focus on the extra character that spawned in, especially since that boss is already taken care of. So, super easy boss to deal with. How is it now, Elise? Well, it's a little better now. It's a curse. It's because we violated the sacred area that something like this is happening! A curse. I wonder what's further inside. What's going on? The professor is still in there! Elise? I'll keep it to just 1,000, Masetta. My wedding fun! And I didn't get a good look at seeing it, but yep, we just gained an extra 1,000 Masettas. But now, since everyone hasn't been turned to stone, this is a good opportunity for us to see what sort of things are open to us. Such as in the weapons store, let's see, hunting knife, steel, sword, slap. Somehow I get the feeling these are weaker weapons and items here. Because that was just from the weapon shop. Maybe there's better stuff in the armory. There's a ribbed suit, or graphite. Should have known it was graphite. But honestly, if you didn't notice the flavor text at the bottom, you would assume that it's just ribbed suit. But yeah, I think this is the one item we can purchase, and it will actually be worth getting it. Let's see, the ribbed suit. Yep, it's only by 6, but yes, the graphite suit is worth buying. So let's see, what else can we do here? Sell off the carbon crown, since we now have a titanium crown, as well as trade in our carbon suit, because that's going to do us so much better in the end. And the only other thing we could buy was a graphite shield, which, again, I'm going with the best defense is more offense approach. So why would I bother with that? What can we get in the tool shop here? I know! I mean, this is one of the weirdest things, I even mentioned before that, I do have to agree that in most cases, the sound chips used for the Sega Genesis do sound inferior when compared to the Super Nintendo, but when they get the music right, they definitely get it right, and of course, this game is no exception to that rule. The only thing they're selling is the free Paralyze cure, but nah, I trust my chances in this. He says, as he knows, he's going to get his ass handed to him multiple times. I'm just predicting it at this point. It looks like a street stall, but it doesn't look like they're open for business. And same thing for you. Yep, that would be the case. Now, there's one thing I need to check here. Skills. Or maybe if I check stats, does it say? Yep, it used up the vortexes and the crosscuts, so I'd say this is a good opportunity to rest at the inn to recharge those. There we go. And with that said, let us move onward with this. And of course, I already forgot the path you need to take in order to move forward. I'll assume it's starting at the left. And of course, I'm not going to deal with using the potential screen clearing technique for now, because let's be real, at this point, these are level 1/2 enemies. Compared to what we've dealt with beforehand, it's not worth my time and effort. I believe this time it's right. No, it was left. It was left and then right. When will I ever learn? Never, apparently. And almost immediately dragged into another battle here. Almost immediately dragged into another battle. You just gotta love it. But with that said, let's keep moving onward. Oh no! I took 1 point of damage! Shit, we better leave this dungeon and heal up immediately. No, we're fine. Ah, things don't look good here. The monsters from the depths are right here! No, it's basically just the same monsters. Once we go through that door, though, that's when we might feel more of a threat from the enemies. Professor Holt has gone into the depths and has not returned. Maybe it's too late. No! So now we enter the bioplant, and see that this is taking a more technological approach here. Yikes! What's that? We're going to die? Oh, stop cowering! I swear, men are such cowards. Look, it's nothing. That's true. Also, let's check out this control panel. There's something written here. Sterilization treatment completed. Please follow the line on the floor. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'll need to restart the music to see if anything changes. And holy shit, Han! You got upgraded defense, and yet you're almost dead from one hit. Granted, it was a critical hit, but still, one hit! Jesus Christ. Can you at least attempt to heal yourself up before another attack? Of course you can do that. No, that might not be a typo, Mon. If Han was not being as protective as he should have been, he could have been a Git. He could have been a Git. Also, I'm trying to think the sound bit here. It seems like it should be ringing a bell. It almost sounds like a combination of the typical dungeon theme from 2 to the first-person dungeon view mode music in 1. I think. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I think. Also, in case you get lost, be sure to follow the yellow line of where to travel to. There's no other path to take here. There's nothing here, but there's no track to go into. No. We gotta be more smarter than that and actually explore a bit. Oh my god! You're right! Now I'm hearing it. Yes! That's right! Oh my goodness. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up at this point. Let me actually get that done with. Let me pause the music for a second, because now I'm definitely curious about all this. So, of course, I'm gonna bring in YouTube to bring up this music. OST. Let's see, full playlist. What we want is, was it Final Dungeon? I think? What's this it? Oh. So that is not it. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know which one you're talking about. That's not it either. No, not that. Nope. Don't think that was it either. Oh, no. We just tried that one. That wasn't it. That's the original dungeon theme. Was it this one? Oh, wait, vehicle. That sounds familiar. Was it this one? No, that wasn't it either. Feels like... Because I get the feeling I know what you're talking about. But why is it not coming into play here? Oh, this is the one you're mentioning! The tower theme! Alright, so let me just do that and then unpause this. Yes, that was the theme. Okay. Thank God I found it, because it was going to bother the living shit out of me if I didn't get this out of my head. It's the tower theme from 1, aka the second dungeon theme. Oh my God, Man, I am so glad you are here to bring this out, because, oof, that would have bothered me had you not found that out for me. Just saying. Now, I almost feel tempted to do a mini mashup of the two themes. Like, 8-bit sound themes with 16-bit sound themes. But anyway, I think this is a stronger set of enemies. Let's give this a shot, see if it changes anything. Well, there it is, the Tri-Blaster. So yeah, there it is. I wonder if it really was the fact that Gris needed to go first before everyone else. In fact, now I'm curious. Okay, so there's that. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Pan. I'm going to give this at least another half hour. Then after that, I'm going to transfer us over to Proton John's channel. At this point, yeah, just go again with the Tri-Blaster. Yep. Alright, let's start healing up, because, my God, Elise could use all the healing in the world, along with Chaz. And we got a free cure paralysis. And we got some sensor bits, which I think looks familiar. Like a previous enemy in the series, but again, they're kind of blending in together at this point. As you can no doubt tell, I've got the memory, maybe even attention span of a goldfish. And we just learned the Heinous spell, which, if memory serves, I think that was the... no, not telepipe. The escape pipe. So, if need be, we could always escape from this dungeon. Although, we already have an escape pipe, so really no need to do that. Let's just focus on attacking right now. Unless it is absolutely necessary, we will focus on doing the massive screen clear attack, but for now, let's just focus on attacking all enemies in front of us. And also think about healing. That would also help. So let us go ahead and heal Elise and Chaz and Han. And while we're at it, why not give Gris a little love too? Let's see, there's some writing in here. Elevator W3 to the west section, and over here, elevator E3 to the central block. Well, usually if we're heading towards the center, that's usually where the story will continue. So let's try the west, see if that does anything. And worst case scenario, if it leads to something critical, I could always go back. And we got a graphite crown. So Elise, get rid of that titanium crown, replace it with graphite. Where does this go to? Unauthorized entry prohibited beyond this point. I feel like that will actually progress the story, so let's head back. Ah, Han, why you take so much damage? Why are you dead now? You know what? Let's just attack everyone. Maybe then we'll learn the speed of everyone's movements. Because we know Elise is moving first, followed by Chaz. Let's see. Han has a dexterity of 13 and 14, so I think Chaz would move first, or maybe I'm thinking of agility. Let's see. 19, 14, 9, and... Okay, so, my apologies. I think dexterity is evasion, and agility is speed. So in that case, just so we don't need to worry about too much at this point, it's identical to what we found in the basement of the Academy. They must have transported these things from over there. Yeah, just attack, attack, attack. Take care of all those. And then just attack, attack, attack. Okay, why do I feel like I'm stepping into an area that really doesn't want me to move forward without knowing exactly where to go? I am really getting that sense right now. In fact, just to be on the safe side. Of course, it can't be saved there. Well, in that case, I'm not risking it for said biscuit. Let's see. Just use an escape pipe. Somehow the body becomes lighter. There we go. And let us go ahead and heal up here. Alright, so if it won't let me save through there, just see, can I? Didn't think so. Good thing I tested it there, so let us instead save here and give this another go. And I get the feeling by the time I'm done with this dungeon, that'll be a good stopping point for this game. So let us move right along there. Check out all those silly enemies. Also, I should check, how are we doing level-wise? Level 9 for Elise, 8 for both Chaz and Gris, and 7 for Han. It's almost like he's been taking multiple damage that he keeps dying every now and then. But why would you think that? That'd be silly. And of course we keep hearing that same dialogue over and over again. Oh, 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 oh. Go through there. We'll just see if we can blast our way through this section. Alright, so in this case, let's adjust this macro list to be Elise, then Chaz, then Han, then Gris. Alright, so let's give the left side a chance. I think the main reason I was a bit deterred from that was because of the unauthorized personnel bit. Made me think, oh, that must lead to the extra area. But now that I'm seeing a bit of a wide open space from the right side, I'm starting to get the feeling that might be the way to actually move forward. or at least move forward with the story. So let's head this way. Head into the unauthorized personnel area, and it's completely sealed. I wonder if it collapsed from the earthquake or something. Don't you just love it where I practically already finished the dungeon, but because I second-guessed myself, I had to backtrack. I am simply the best here. Simply put, the best. Oh well, nothing else. We just have one more enemy to deal with, and then this battle's over, said and done with. Han gains another level up. Let us go ahead and heal up a bit. Alyssa's fine. Chaz, on the other hand, could use some healing, as well as Han. And let's see. Defense-wise, how is Gris doing? Defensive power 37. So second highest, but has a lot of HP. I'll wait until later to heal him up. But yes, let's actually move forward with this chapter like I should have to begin with. And now it looks like the boss is now just a standard enemy, only recolored. I get the feeling now he's going to do an attack unless... Oh, no. Oh, never mind. I can just kill him before anything happens. That works too. I mean, I'm glad I was able to take him out at that point in time, but I'm honestly shocked nothing else happened. But yes, let us go ahead and heal up Gris. And because I don't trust myself, or rather I don't trust Han, heal him up as well. Let's actually advance the story for once. That was still an open area. God, I just love second-guessing myself. Absolutely love it! Love, 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 love it. At least I know for a fact we are almost done with this dungeon, so let's just keep moving forward with this. Blah. Can I at least be able to see what is over to the left before I get engaged in battle? And holy shit, you took way too much damage there, Han. Han, you've clearly got to do far better than that. I know what you're capable of, and you can't get pushed around by enemies like that. That's just not your style, man. Nothing over there. I see something over there, though. So we will grab our free antidote. And I feel like that moves us forward. So let us check the right area now. Hey, just don't take it down. And now, Raz learned Ryuka. So now he's got both Escape Pipe and the Telepipe command in the form of a technique. Also, I do find it odd. If technique points are considered magic, which would make sense because otherwise it would be MP, but technique points are stuff that you can do that's not physically speaking, doesn't that still count as magic in its own right? While you think about that, I'm going to switch out the titanium sword with a ceramic sword. Man, Chris is taking all the heat. Granted, he's got the defense to back it up, unlike Han, who keeps taking all the damage. Okay, can we please take that enemy out before it... Thank you. Last thing I want to do is have to back out again because Han got his ass handed to him. Didn't exactly mean to heal Elise, but sure, we'll do that. And I guess since we're at it, sure, everyone else. And then we should be fine for the time being. Let's just move this forward already. Yowzers. Do me a favor and not get your ass handed to the enemies. What did I just tell you, Han? You have clearly got to do better than that. And I healed the wrong person. Yeah, because I don't trust Han at this point. He's got to have extra healing. And let us continue onward with this movement of swords. Take them down. Defeat them. Thank you. So now we can indeed progress onward. Unless you stop me just before entering the door, that's fine too. And granted, I'm glad you dodged that and all, but still. I'm still able to move forward, I guess. Let me just see. Health-wise, Elise could use some healing. Chaz should be fine for the time being. We'll keep an eye on him, though. Two paths to take. Let's try the right one. Not a matter, since they both lead to the same area. Professor! Thank goodness you're safe! Oh, it's you, Han. You've come to rescue me. Good job. Well, it seems pretty safe here, but how on earth were you able to escape on your own? Well, you see, this person here came to my rescue. Who? Welcome, everybody. I'm glad to have you here. What? Who are you? My name is Rika. Pleasure to meet you. Rika. Those ears. What on earth are you? And what is this place? This is the bioplant. It's a research facility for bioengineering created by a 1,000-year-old civilization. This is from an ancient civilization? Is it still operational? Oh, yes. What's more, this isn't the only one. There are many such systems that have maintained their functionality. And it's thanks to these systems which control Motavia's climate, soil, and ecology systems that the human race was able to avoid total destruction after the Great Collapse. Really? Is that true? If that's the case, how come this recent environmental destruction is taking place? Even though the control system is still functioning, it can barely maintain the minimal conditions for your existence.
Even now, the system is starting to run out of control. Chaz, do you understand? What? Well,
Then, does this mean that the recent increase of biomonsters is coming from here?
Unfortunately so, yeah. If you want to know more, you better talk to Seed. He's over there. Seed?
Well, now we know where to go, so let's do it. And this is all automatic at this point.
So, where's this person called Seed? He's right in front of you. What's going on?
I am Seed, the control computer for this bioplant.
Wow! An artificial intelligence? I can't believe it.
That's right. This is no exception. Check my status here. The system is beyond my control. It is continuously breeding harmful monsters.
Just as I thought.
If we leave each of these systems running out of control, along with the monster problem, we will have abnormal climate conditions and violent changes in the planet's surface. Motavia will be destroyed.
What shall we do?
The only thing we can do is shut down the system.
But stopping the system itself will cause problems. We won't be able to maintain the ecosystem.
That's better than having a system ruining everything. But these systems are spread out all over the place. Don't worry, all we have to do is shut down the plant Nervous, which supplies energy to each system. That will shut them all down.
First, please rescue the control android Demi. She's the only one that can stop Nervous.
Rescue? What do you mean, rescue?
Right now, Demi is being held hostage by a man named Zio.
Zio again?
Who on earth is this, Zio?
I myself don't know what Zio is all about.
So all we have to do is rescue this Demi, right? Where is she being held hostage at? She is with Zio. And the name of that castle is Zio's fort.
Is this, by any chance, beyond the Quicksand Mile?
Oh. You mean that sinister-looking castle just north of Sema? It's a pretty long way to go. But having heard all this, we've got no other choice. It's been a while since I've felt this excited in so long. And while we're at it, why don't we get rid of that disgusting character Zio? Have you forgotten what Rune just told you? Hey, that's the spirit! Now, you're just being a terrible influence, Chris. I just hope you realize that.
So you will go? Then please take Rika with you.
Who is this girl, anyway? She seems curiously knowledgeable about these matters.
She is my child.
Dun dun dun! Are you saying that she is an artificial life form?
That's right. She is the product of 1,000 years of improvement on genetic information from a prototype prior to the Great Collapse.
This is pretty much a reference to Nay and Nay First, since pretty much just looking at the ears, it's almost identical. Plus, once we get to use her in battle, that's really not the only thing that's identical. She, too, attacks with claw weapons.
I have also given her a basic education. She will surely be of great help to you.
Alright, Seed. We'll take her with us. Thank you! I've always wanted to be able to see the outside world.
Rika, take care.
Okay, let's get going to Seo's fort. I must first get back to the academy. We have to spread this information as much as possible. Well, bye, Rika.
There is only one way for me to stem the outbreak of monsters. Now that I have sent them into the world, the fruit of 1,000 years worth of research, there are no obstacles to its execution.
We're outdoors! Wow! I didn't know the sky was so blue! These flowers! They're so beautiful! How lovely!
I guess being cooped up all this time underground, everything must be so novel, huh?
What was that? An explosion! Seed!
Rika, you must carry on the will of Seed. You can't look back now.
I know.
But yes, now we have full control of the characters, and Rika, she could do so much better. But yeah, she has the awesome rank of Newman, who, as you can see, as I mentioned before, can attack with claw weapons, and is currently equipped with both regular claws and graphite crowns and a suit. So she's got at least decent defensive gear on. Not sure how long that will help her at this point, but once she does get better attacks and level ups, trust me, she will more than make up time for that. Plus, if memory serves, she has got the skill technique Illusion, which, if memory serves, Illusion should be a multi-attack of sorts. Oh, and I just passed right by it. See, Illusion. No, it lowers Dexterity. Must be thinking of a different attack of sorts that does it. Oh well, at either rate, we got that going for us. And before anything else, let's head back into town, because I get the feeling if I were to bring this menu up, yeah, Chaz is looking like he needs to restore his technique points along with Hans. So let's go ahead, heal up, and do just that. Exit town. We'll engage in one more conversation within each other and save the game. We've got to hurry and stop the system that's running out of control. For Seed's sakes, too. Right. But in order to do that, first we'll need to rescue this android called Demi. We'll have to go to Seo's fort. Just what we all wanted to do. You're talking about that castle beyond the quicksand that can be seen from the village of Mile. I guess we'll have to go around that from the north. And by north, they mean northwest from here. But of course, that will be handled next time, because as I mentioned beforehand, I did not want to go beyond 7 o'clock at this point, because obviously I want to go back to watching more of the Runaway Guys. So with that said, thank you all for watching, and once again, thank you Bo for the $1 donation and Pan for the 300-bit donation, where we got our first glimpse of the creepypasta reading as told by Bev Bighead. So if you want to hear more of those, you can be sure to do that during the next stream. And next time, which is the next stream tomorrow, we shall be looking at the second winner of the straw poll results. But of course, for now, all I am going to do is a simple shout out to Pan Anning, who right now is currently going through Persona 4 Golden Edition, But yeah, as I said before, I'm just going to go ahead and host Proton John, because I really just want to go back to watching the Runaway Guys Coliseum. Hopefully, you will all do that while giving a heavy shout out to Pan along the way. But until next stream, folks, take care, and I shall see you all later, everyone. Bye-bye.